the whole thing that you were talking about, the healing part of it. Oh man, we can get into that. That's going to change the world, in my opinion.
CBD will, in fact, change the world.
Epilepsy is now going to have a substance that can treat it
within minutes.
Almost immediately.
Stop seizures.
Seconds.
Yeah.
Seconds.
If you've watched
it's been,
some of the
people
videos,
have done videos where it's terrible to watch.
It sucks because, that person...
You're watching a child have a seizure, and it's terrible.
It's terrible, but just the fact that CBD oil has came so far into where it can potentially stop those seizures within seconds is incredible, and that is something we need to look further into because there's a lot of kids being born with diseases and illnesses that cause seizures. It's not even just epilepsy.
Look at diabetes and insulin. What's the difference between insulin and CBD? You don't get high off CBD.
Nope.
You don't.
Well, depends on how you consume it.
Depends on how you consume it. It's true. If you heat consume it and
if you dab it,
you get
a head high.
Yeah,
you get a different. It's a different.
It's different, and it tastes kind of weird, but
good at the same time.
We're experimental. We have to try everything.
Yeah, even if it's
on that note.
And dab off the new pen.
They call me Dab King on the streets. Dude, I think that Tommy Chong might be onto something with CBD curing cancer cells and tumor cells and, like tumors.
With my mom,
because I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that it is proven that cannabis and CBD and THC shrink tumors.
Yeah, it slows down the process.
Yes,
because my mom, thank God, she is cancer free right now. She had breast cancer.
Go, Mom!
Yeah, about I'd say 3 or 4 years ago now, and she had her surgery, and she was going through chemo and radiation, and me and my sister kind of forced her to smoke weed, just to, make her eat. And, my mom, she smoked way before then. My mom, she's an OG stoner.
Mm-hmm.
And, she, it helped her eat and made her feel better. Some days, if you've known anyone who's gone through chemo and radiation at the same time, you know that they are...
They're going through nausea. They're going through appetite problems. They're going through pain. They're going through anxiety. They're
all
going
of them
through,
combined.
They're going
it's not
through
just one.
Everything that it is proven that cannabis helps. It's proven. All the haters out there that want to do some research, go do some research because you can't call me out on facts.
Yep, and I completely agree with that because it helped my mom and. That I couldn't ask for anything more than that. My heart was broken when I heard my mom had breast cancer.
Yep, my grandma had breast cancer, and it broke my heart too. Watching my grandma get her head shaved in the kitchen, that's not cool. Not fun.
Thank God my mom's hair has almost completely grown back. It's down to here.
My grandma's hair grew back way fast.
My hair at my brother's wedding was the same length as my mom's hair, but my hair was also like this. If you remember how bushy my hair was, I cut a lot of hair off. I cut a big old bush off.
Yep. The Indians, I'm pretty sure, were the first people to make hash, the concentrate of THC and
Well, what about South American?
Nope.
South America?
It's the Chinese and Indians were the first cultivators of cannabis. That was a study done in 2002 by Rutledge. And they're talking about the Chinese people were using it for medicinal purposes and hemp and rope and stuff. And the Indians were using it more of a spiritual or a recreational.
Yeah. Well, the Indians, you know, they believed in a lot of simple-minded things. You
Absolutely.
know? To where they loved animals. Everyone knows that. They used everything they got, everything they could.
Yeah.
I think the only reason why they were the first cultivators is because way back, you know, in the day, you know, Mexico's the same way. Same with Egypt in the Afghani mountains.
Yep, Egypt I think was just along with China and India.
It grows naturally there.
Yep.
So they never had to plant it. So I think that's the only reason why it would be China in India, because India these days, I don't think you could even grow grass in India.
Weed grows there.
Dude,
weed grows there. I have
like,
buddies
I
have buddies that went to war and they say it just grows naturally in Afghanistan and it's kind of the same.
Well, yeah, the Afghani
climate.
Kush Mountains.
Yeah,
man.
But it's the same kind of climate. I'm just saying that I think that the Indians in India and Egypt, they were the first ones to make hash. They were making that bubble hash.
You were talking like different Indians. I thought you were talking like Native American Indians.
No.
See, that's where I got mixed up at.
India.
Indians. Okay, India.
From India.
Okay.
They were the first creators of hash.
What,
my only question is...
Finger hash or toe hash, whatever it's called?
No, I think it was bubble hash.
Bubble hash?
But how did they get ice?
Yeah. Because bubble hash is made with really cold water and ice.
How do you get ice?
I don't know. Well, how do they get ice in...
Does it get cold enough in India?
Well, I don't know. Maybe the Russians could bring over like a big old block of ice.
No way!
Giant block of ice, like in 1,000 Ways.
There you go. They just haul it behind their boat. There you go.
Another one dead. Sorry. Bye-bye.
Those of you who don't know what hash is and concentrate, what we are talking about is the plant grows, you take the bud or the flower off of the plant, and you grind it up, shove it in a tube, force CO2 into it, and it makes a substance. Or you can melt it down through like a
heat press.
A heat press
It
system.
has to press and heat at the same time. It's called a rosin press.
And it makes rosin or hash or concentrate is what we're talking about. And it is you probably can't see it, but it's a little itty bitty waxy substance that you put in a pen, a vape pen, a vaporizer pen, or you can dab it on a really hot dabbing element.
You want it around 710. If
you want it around 700-800 degrees to dab it.
Well, they say the perfect dab temp is about 710. If you float your hand over the top, you can. If it's still like over 3 inches, if it's still burning your hand, it's too hot.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
And that's my rule.
We have some buddies with some e-nails with an electrical heating element that can go on a water pipe or anything really, and it gets your heating element to the perfect temperature.
It either has to be like 100% quartz, that white, those completely white nails,
or ceramic.
Oh yes, the ceramic nails or a titanium nail, because glass.
Yeah.
It's kind of risky.
I've never seen a glass e-nail.
Yeah, neither have I.
I don't even know if they make
I think you should keep it that way, because
that might be scary.
Yeah, that might be scary, because every once in a while you might go to dab and it might blow up in your face. Because I've had little glass nails fucking explode after putting a dab in there, and it's crazy. Good thing, like older style, you had a globe to protect kind of the surrounding area. That was the only thing that probably saved my face.
And if you're confused as to how you dab without an electric nail, propane torch. It literally has to be that hot.
Yep. just propane. You don't want acetylene or oxygen. You're going.
No,
you don't
you
want to
don't-
go over 1,000.
You can get MAP gas, but it's gonna heat it up really hot, and once it starts turning red, you're good. You're hot enough.
You don't need the whole thing red either.
Nope.
I just do a corner.
Yep.
Corner it. Yep.
And on that note, we'll talk about what hash, kind of our perspective of hash is, you know?
Well, I've been a connoisseur of hash for a while.
Yeah.
And just the process of hash is fun, kind of, to me. Just the different ways you can do it. You can make it with so many different types of gases. You can press it, you know. There's so many different flavors you can bring out depending on whether if it's a live resin run, which is frozen, fresh leaves, to where as soon as you chop a plant down and you got your nugs that you cut off the bottom, you know, your little scrap nugs, and just say your sugar leaves, and you just you throw it in the freezer for a couple hours, make that shit white, put it in a tube, blow it, fucking best tasting shit of your life.
Fucking awesome.
One thing about wax is it's so powerful. If you've never smoked wax, say if you come to Colorado and like you just smoke weed every once in a while, don't come in here trying to take dabs with the rest of us, because you're just gonna kill yourself. You're not literally gonna kill yourself. I mean, you're just gonna die like coughing, and it's gonna hurt because you're just not used to those things.
You're not ready.
Yeah, you're not ready for
We're
that.
in the big leagues. I'm sorry for any of you that think you're in the big leagues that just smoke flower. But
I love flowers.
Don't try and come on the level of taking dabs or doing concentrate and think you're a boss, because you're going to end up sleeping early.
Come over here, give you a 1/4 gram dab, and watch you go to bed.
You're going to go to bed.
You're going to go to bed.
Yep.
We've done them. We've done massive tacos.
Oh,
massive tacos.
So a taco, they make a substance called shatter. And you can, if you get it warm enough with your fingers, you can flatten it out or roll it in a ball or roll it up like a noodle of spaghetti. But we roll it flat out like a pizza or like a tortilla. And you take another substance that is wax, but it's called something different because it's a different consistency, and they call it earwax. And you put that right in the middle of your little tortilla you made, fold it up like a taco, and you dab the whole thing. And
they usually,
wow!
Yeah, they usually come out to about
half gram,
1/4 to a half. If you have some isolate, put that
or distillate.
Or distillate. Put that in there too.
Yeah, put a topping on your taco.
Oh yeah, tacos are nice. See, the only difference between they call it earwax, crumble. There's a few different
moon rock.
There's a few different names for it, but the only difference between wax and shatter is it's the same process. Like, say you were to blow it, because if you heat press it, if you rosin press it, it's gonna come out shatter as it is. It's gonna turn to shatter as soon as it's cooled down, because you heat pressed it. As soon as you add heat to just regular wax or crumble, and you do it slowly to where you don't burn the terpenes, and you don't destroy the flavor or burn the THC out of it, it becomes shatter. And it's that really powerful substance we know that everyone comes to love here.
And if you don't know what terpenes is, we're not going to get into that.
Yeah,
just look it up.
Yeah,
terpenes is
too much. It's too much to get into.
That is a whole nother animal. If you want to look up shatter, earwax, all those things have a slang language in urban dictionaries. So
and they will pop up. They will definitely pop up. You could
if anything we're saying doesn't make sense, go into an urban dictionary and look up some words, and it'll give you some closure. Another thing he was saying about if you're a new person to taking dabs, you're going to sleep. That's us on edibles.
Yeah. I'm not an edible person.
Nope, me neither.
It gets too much of a body high.
Yep.
It literally,
it's way too relaxing.
Yeah, it's Yeah, you're gonna be in your couch all day.
You're
better-
gonna
you better
want to
be
go
ready.
take a nap.
Yeah, you better be ready.
Perfect instance. I took back when I had my medical card. Back when weed wasn't legal.